Nothing short of pathetic. Well, welcome back to New York Sports WickerMedia. I'm WA2K99. I'm going to get right into this right now. As I record, it is the end of the second period. The New Jersey Devils lead the New York Rangers 2-0 in Game 7 of the first round of Eastern Conference first round series. And the Rangers are well onto their way to one of the most embarrassing, pathetic, putrid, disgusting, horrific defeats that I have seen them have in decades, and that covers a lot of ground. This is a team that loses playoff series in about as heartbreaking a fashion as there is imaginable. Right up there with anybody. No team comes so close and yet never wins the big one. One cup in 83 years. We should have known this was going to happen. We could have seen this coming. After the Rangers went up 2-0 in their series against New Jersey, winning both games in New Jersey, the more experienced team beating the crap out of a young upstart doesn't even know that it's necessary for them to wipe their own pooped up ass. And then they go back to Madison Square Garden. Rangers basically think the freaking series is over. They come back, barely show up. The defense showed up, but the offense and the special teams go to sleep for 2 games. And in Game 4, they didn't even bother to show up. You knew that was over 1 minute into that game when the Devils scored. Game 5, worse. Less than a minute in, the Devils score there, and you basically could have turned your TV set off right there. So the Rangers go back to Madison Square Garden. It's Game 6, and you just know they're going to cock tease us. They're just going to tickle our balls just a little bit. That's how they do it. After giving up the first goal, they decided, our season might be coming to an end. We might want to actually play hockey now. And then they absolutely blitzkrieg the Devils like they've always been capable of doing, because the Rangers are the more talented hockey team, undisputably, and they beat them up 5-2, setting up Game 7 tonight in just the cesspool of America, Newark, New Jersey. And 30 seconds into this game, you knew the Rangers didn't give a shit about this game. The Devils dominated from pillar to post. Giveaway by the Rangers after giveaway in the neutral zone. Every shot going wide. 3 failed power plays in the first period. 3! This team was all or nothing. The Rangers are a classic bully team. When they're doing well, they'll beat teams into submission with their talent. But when the games get serious and they actually have to play physical and they can't skate around with the ice capades like this and they actually have to play hard, they're a bunch of cowards. And there's another word I want to use. I'm not going to use it here, but it starts with a P. You know what it is. And that's all it's been for decades now. Great goaltending surrounded by shit. Shit is what this team is. Every single one of these skaters can go jump in the Hudson River. Every one of them. I don't care how talented they are. None of them freaking care tonight. Not one. And now you're letting the Devils go on to the second round. Are you kidding me? What a joke. This franchise is a debacle. They've been a debacle for 83 years with one exception. One day in the sun. And that is it. That's it. They're a Broadway team. They show off. They show off their talent. They want to put on a show, but they don't care about playing physical hockey, and that's the only way you win in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Finding another gear. Finding your balls. Where the hell did the Rangers leave their balls? At their practice facility? Nobody cared about this game. Nobody showed up outside of Igorshesterkin. Adam Fox played scared. Patrickkane, I love him, but he is finished. There are senior leagues in America that he would barely be competitive in. Mikazibanejad, who I thought was becoming one of the top 5 centers in hockey. You couldn't find him except for a few minutes in Game 6. Oh, and the kid line. The kid line. Where are they? Oh, my goodness. We thought a year ago These three kids, Hedel, Kako, and Lafreniere. I hope Hedel's enjoying his new contract extension. He should start giving some of the money back or donating it to charity. They were getting better and better. We're all talking about the shift in Tampa Bay. Game 1, when they just cycled, controlled the puck, dominated, ending it with a goal. Oh my God, it looked like one of the top new lines coming up. All these guys hitting their potential. They all had excellent regular seasons, the best regular seasons of their respective careers. There were games that went by, and I didn't even know they were on the ice. They may as well have been playing Jake Lecision, Johnny Brodzinski. I wish they called up like a Brennan Othman or Adam Sikora. Guys who actually would play with some heart, some gumption, some gallones. I have seen some embarrassing playoff losses, no doubt about it. You know, I can think about Ottawa in 2017, the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals against the Devils again. 2015, the Eastern Conference Finals against Tampa Bay when they put no effort in. Basically the exact same game that this was tonight when they didn't even show up. They didn't care. They didn't care. And that happens too often with the New York Rangers. There is not one other team in the playoffs that gave this little of a shit. Why can't the Rangers have the heart of the Florida Panthers? Where's that? Where's their leadership? Florida upset the best regular season team in the history of the NHL in Boston in 7 games in overtime after being down 3-1. They came back. They showed heart. Where is the Rangers' heart? And I'll tell you right now, there is not a single player I care about keeping anymore. You can keep the goalie. I know that just about all of these players are going to be back because they're under contract. And who's going to want this shit? What franchise wants to take on a bunch of losers? Because that's what they all are. Every single one of them is a loser. To lose to that freaking disgusting team in New Jersey. And I wish Carolina all the best. I hope they sweep their ass right out of the playoffs. Because I can't deal with another freaking New Jersey dynasty like I had to live with in the 90s growing up. With all those scumbags and Chico Resch, that bastard. Just crowing about it. Just makes you sick. Things have to change. Big-time players have to be traded. Panarin, he could go. You know, as talented a player as he is, he didn't show up in the playoffs. He's just like Rick Nash. He's just like Marian Gaborik. All these other guys the Rangers have brought in, they never show up in the playoffs. But here's what I think has to happen. Gerard Gallant, he has to go. He has to go. That's it. 2 years, I know. He's a very good coach. He got an expansion Vegas team to the Stanley Cup Finals. I understand it. I get it. He had a very good run, and he's been a good coach for this team. But you know what? This is the second straight playoff series where they choked a 2-0 lead, and there have been too many games where they get completely outworked, out-hustled, and outclassed. And that is on the coach. When everybody shits out the joint like this team did, everyone did, it goes back to the coaching staff. Sweep them all the hell out of here. Hire Peter Laviolette. Hire somebody. Not Bruce Boudreau. He can stay in the studio. But Gallant is just not the right fit for this team. He'll be the right fit for a bunch of other teams, not for the New York Rangers. It's over. It's over. This team needs a drastic change. That was about this year. This freaking year. This is a veteran team. This is not a bunch of 20-something upstarts finding their way along. No, they had to win. At least get back to the conference finals. That was the minimum expectation. And you couldn't win one series. I just don't know what to do anymore. I don't know. I'm going to have to really reconsider keeping ESPN Plus. I watch just about every game every year. They're not worthy of my time or my emotion right now. Screw all of them. They don't give a shit about the game, about winning a Stanley Cup. Then why should we as fans? And again, for the Devils, go screw yourselves. The Rangers gave you this series. You know, and that's all I have to say about it. Thanks everybody for watching. Probably my angriest video since Max Scherzer, since he sucked against San Diego. I'll see you back here with more content from you know where. Wicker Chair.